We made it to nationals, and that was amazing because we were one of the best. I think at the time it was 4 teams. It was a round robin, actually. So it was the best 4 teams in the whole nation. And so we thought we were just the next best thing since sliced bread. And I think that playing in that tournament was so surreal because you played against other club teams that were so good and at the same level as you that you don't necessarily always get the chance or opportunity to play against, which was so great for us because we were like, wow, if these girls are like just as good as us, if not better, and we have to compete at the highest level and play these 3 games, or at that, it was a round robin, so we played before. But still, that just reminds me of how competitive I was and my teammates were at that age, which also I think helped me get to the next level. And being that competitive at the club level has only helped me, continue to grow and my competitive spirit and level that I'm playing at right now.
The national championship was really, really special. I think that was like the biggest thing I had really won, and that's kind of for youth soccer growing up, that was kind of the ultimate prize. And I think we were always super ambitious in achieving that and to have that happen. And I think what's so special about youth soccer is that it's really your family. The girls that you grow up with become like your sisters, and you do everything. And there's just like such a strong camaraderie there. So to play with a team that you've played for a while with, and with these girls, it's a very special feeling to win something like that.
Those were really great moments because at such a young age, I feel like I was competing for something and really working hard to, perform for my team. And it was no longer just about, whatever the result is the result. I mean, at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. But that was probably the moments that I was like, whoa, we got to win. We got a state championship on our hands that we could actually bring home. And I think those are really cool moments because, you remember a lot of the times that you win. You try to remember the losses as well because you do learn from them. But at the same time, you want to remember the wins that you have. So state championships were definitely a really important part of my memory.
Sometimes you can play with the best player, to play against the best players is where you get better. My team went to the national championship one time. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but it was just an amazing experience to feel like, and I'm from a small town, so to feel like you were competing against the best in the country is something that I'll always remember.
Our state cup was fun. My team was very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of competition as well, but I can't remember how many we won. Maybe 9, I think, is what we counted with our team, which made it so much fun. That was always like the big goal at the end is win state cup, go to regionals, and go to nationals. And we always fell short going to nationals, which still hurts today to even talk about. But I had so much fun in those tournaments, and my team made it even 10 times better to be a part of.
I get to play now in front of huge crowds and with all this spotlight and attention, and I don't think I'll ever have that feeling that I did going through my U14 national championship. I remember winning state cup. I can tell you how I scored, what the score was. I remember going to Hawaii. That was our regionals, Region 4, and I remember that national championship. And I think that it stays with me so much because it was about camaraderie. It was about growing and learning who you were and making these lifelong bonds.
What is it that defines us? A collection of moments that develop into a memory. Each day, each hour, each second. Our minds let go of 1,000 things a day. Dates of wars and deaths of kings. The tears that dry and the pain that fades. What really is a memory? The immortal thought that makes an ever-changing moment unchangeable. What you make of those moments determines if they are ingrained in you or lost forever. Your memories take the lessons from your journey and turn them into a roadmap for your future. For what is each person's course except a series of choices between the right way and the easy way? Those choices will contribute to the voice in the back of your head that tells you to go further and push harder. The voice that reminds you of the pain of coming up short, or that your time at the top is fleeting. Dedication ensures that when your time comes and you are called to play, that moment will be imprinted on your memory forever. In the years to come, will you look back and wish you had done something differently? Or will you know that you left it all on the field, giving everything you had and everything that you are? This is your moment. How will you remember it?
Today's games are brought to you by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer, and Bubba Burger, the official family fun burger. Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. The National Mango Board, an official snack of U.S. Youth Soccer. MLS, the official grassroots partner. And Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. Today's game is brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance and Toyota, the official automobile of U.S. Youth Soccer. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pins supplier. National Coaches Association of America, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official auto, home, life, and workers' compensation insurance. And Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of U.S. Youth Soccer webcasts. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Frisco, Texas, site of the 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, brought to you by Turbo Sports Group. I'm Todd Panula, and I'm here to bring you all of today's exciting action. We welcome you in on this early morning, depending on where you're watching from, of course. Not so early if you're over on the East Coast, but it's day number 2, game number 2. We are bringing you the under-17 boys group action. It's going to be Seattle United against Pipeline Black. We're just about set for kickoff, and we'll give you the particulars of this game here in just a moment. And we're underway. So as we start things off, Seattle is going to be in the white and light blue. Pipeline Black is going to be in the red. as we start things off with Seattle United coming in, trying to get some offensive pressure going. Working it around, doing some good passing work here. They get it in towards the box. There's an absolute excellent opportunity there if Birkbeck could have gotten on to the end of that, but just a bit too far out of reach. Coming into this game, Seattle United currently top of Group A with a win. They have 3 points and a goal differential of +1 as they won 1-0 over the Sporting St. Croix from Minnesota yesterday, and that was 11:30. So obviously nobody likes getting up necessarily this early in the morning unless you're getting paid to, but these kids will probably enjoy the weather that we are having right now as opposed to what they had to deal with yesterday at 11:30. Even right now, it's still a little bit warm and muggy. At 7 o'clock this morning, I checked the weather, and it was already into the 80s. So it's going to be another scorcher here with these two teams trying to shake off the effects from yesterday and get a positive result here today. On the flip side of things, Pipeline Black is 0-1-0 with a goal differential of -1 after one game as they lost 2-1. Also at 11:30 yesterday to Solar Chelsea Red. So, due to goals allowed, Seattle is currently top of the group just ahead of Solar Chelsea Red, and they want to stay that way, not necessarily knowing what the other results are going to be in this one. Once again, if we're just joining us, we welcome you in. Regardless of where you're watching from, if it's all the way out in Seattle, we definitely welcome you in the wee hours of the morning. Pipeline Black with control of it here as Walker hands it over towards the midfield. Settled down there by Walker as well. Thomas to Seth. That's Seattle onto the attack. Contreras. Ball out of play, and Contreras going to try to track it down. We're waiting to get this back into play, and it's going to come in off the throw on a long throw in towards the box. Ultimately claimed by the goalkeeper. High arcing ball, won there by Benjamin. Now on for Carroll towards the top of the 18. He's going to take a strike. The sting was taken out of that one, and he's safely into the hands. Trying to go up the middle. Rogan with the settle, but had to come back. Switching fields now. Too tall there. Not too tall for Agosti. Well defensed. Now Thomas Walker. Gives it off. Has his pocket picked. Walker looking for space. Heads it off. Rodriguez streaking up the middle. Finds a little bit of space. Took the shot. Ends up well wide of the target, but this early in the contest, why not give it a go? You like to see the effort so far from Pipeline Black. Obviously, with the loss in the standings, they're going to be much more apt to throw everything forward because eventually you're going to need those 3 points if you want to try to advance. And they've done a good job so far. You don't necessarily want to throw caution to the wind, but you do need to send numbers forward. Intercepted there by Contreras as he tries to spring the cut. King sends it into the box, trying to find Birkbeck. And then the return clearance was not quite what they wanted. Coming to you live from the Toyota Soccer Center in the shadow of Toyota Stadium, home of FC Dallas. Popping one over the top, could be dangerous. Splitting the defense, dropping it back to Benjamin. Kasem comes out to make the grab. It's been mostly Pipeline Black here in terms of possession, with Seattle getting a good couple opportunities of their own on the counter. Trying to go long up the middle, too direct there. Near sideline. The defender slipped, could present an opportunity now. Carroll puts one into the box. And again, the field, which was in pretty good shape yesterday, seems to have been affected by the sprinkler systems, and we did get a little bit of rain. Very little last night, a little bit more on Monday night. But the grass seems to have been ill-affected by it. As Seattle trying their luck on the far wing. Into the box, the shot was blocked. Again, taking a little bit too much time here to get these in from the throw-ins, but they're amounting to corner kicks as they get it all the way into the box. We're looking for Garibay. Flick back into a dangerous area, punched away by the goalkeeper. Seattle trying to keep the pressure on, but they come all the way back to midfield. Put back in a dangerous area by Meja. Trying to go over the keeper. And that one just barely goes over the crossbar. He cuts it in. Sliding challenge. Gives up the corner, but thwarts that offensive attack. Talia tracks it down in the corner. Keeps it in, but couldn't quite get the height on that he would have liked. Contreras putting on the pressure. The center back for Pipeline Black able to work around it. Now Seth Walker. Rodriguez. Again, trying to chip the defense, but although that seems to have been kind of a game plan for both sides here in the early going, see if they can poach that early goal, sneak it in. The defense has been wise to it. Cassim puts it into play. Handled nicely there by Benjamin. Spun around and we go back the other way with Seattle in control. A through ball. Contreras takes the shot. Big save. The rebound and another save and bicycled away. What an opportunity there for Seattle United. prospect. He was dispossessed, but Seattle still trying to keep it in a danger area. Young. Call for first base. Contreras almost takes the ground. Young for first base though. Be handled cleanly there by Rodriguez. That'll go to far sideline. No advantage given. Foul. Today's games are brought to you by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer, and Bubba Burger, the official family fun burger. Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. The National Mango Board, an official snack of U.S. Youth Soccer. MLS, the official grassroots partner. And Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. Today's game is brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance and Toyota, the official automobile of U.S. Youth Soccer. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pins supplier. National Coaches Association of America, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official auto, home, life, and workers' compensation insurance. And Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of U.S. Youth Soccer webcasts. Welcome back to Frisco, Texas, side of the 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. As we are bringing you Seattle United against Pipeline Black, Seattle against Baltimore. Pipeline Black looking for an early chance here in the second half as we're just underway. That one was thwarted by the defense. Some complaints about a foul over there on the far sideline go unheeded. right now. Both teams trying to kind of figure things out. It's a pretty eventful half in the first, although neither team came up with a goal. So we'll have to see who can get going what here in the second half. Both teams creating some good positive chances that almost led to goals in the first. They're trying the near sideline now as Cadane drops it back. Contreras has to kind of slow things up. Drops one back, gets it off to Cadane, and then the return pass was not quite on. Now Pipeline trying it up the far sideline. Battaglia looking for a little bit of space, taking it all the way towards the corner flag. And that loss of real estate pretty much kind of cost him as he was unable to slice that one back out in front. Comes Seattle United once again, kind of pushing it up, looking for space. Kanani is called for offsides. Pipeline looking for the quick counterattack, and again just kind of aimlessly lofting those into the box with no real purpose behind it. Obviously, the idea is to create a scoring opportunity and hope that somebody can get ahead onto the end of those. But when you don't keep it in play, it becomes a little more difficult. Took a little deflection. Seattle trying to regain it. Kadani drops it off now. Here's Contreras. And again, just a little bit too heavy on those touches. He looks to get so much speed and pace that sometimes the ball's almost an afterthought. And if he can control it, which he can do well, then it's going to be a real dangerous opportunity coming for Seattle. And again, working it up that sideline. You like to see that from Pipeline. But ultimately, those final balls, trying to get it in the box, are just kind of wasted opportunities. And especially with the sun kind of coming out in full force now, we're kind of running out of clouds to hide behind. The heat's going to pick up throughout the day, and those are the kind of chances that you can't necessarily waste. You're obviously not going to score every time, but you don't want to be wasting energy hoofing it up the field, pouring out calories left and right, and then just kind of kicking it out of bounds aimlessly. So that's something that Pipeline definitely needs to try to clean up here in the second half. They had a lot of momentum going for them at the end of the first half. They'd like to try to carry that over. But so far it's been mostly Seattle. And Seattle probably feeling a little bit hard done by that first half. They felt they probably should have been up 1-0. But if not for Schwartz coming up with 2 or 3 fantastic saves, this game could actually be much different in the scoreline. So still kind of in that feeling out period as both teams settling in here. Going the other direction now, but Pipeline saw that. But here's Contreras. Again, just the body a little bit quicker than the ball, which isn't normally the case. Gadani. One and two touch passing coming out for Seattle. Kept alive. they work the left side. A little chip pass, nifty through ball, but offside. The flag went up quick. Dangler had to go all the way back to his own keeper. Trying a long ball up the right side. Chipped back in towards the middle. A good idea, but nobody really there in red. Now they'll try to come up the middle, and that's stuck into like a brick wall. Pipeline. Again. Coach Kawanta telling his boys to settle it down, which is probably what they need to do. They've worked themselves into good areas. They get good passing. But then once they get around the 18-yard area, it's almost like a switch is flipped. As you see the field kind of giving way again, that's going to be something to watch throughout the rest of this tournament. And there's another shot kind of wasted. Stolen away. Could be a chance here for Pipeline. From the top of the box, slid through, looking for Benjamin. And the pass was just a bit too far behind. Seattle's attempt in the left. So we'll get a restart from the far side off the throw-in. Seattle's very dangerous on these as they can almost amount these to a corner kick. Contreras was coming over looking to go short, but they're probably going to lob this one into the box. They actually do go a little bit short as they find Kassad. He gives it right back, and the corner is won. Here's the corner. Can they put one in? Going back post. Headed on. Deflection. The shot off the goalkeeper, and it deflects wide. What a chance for Seattle, but they can't put it in the back. They've got to be wondering what's going on here. And the player taken out from behind. Benjamin may go into the book for that one. We'll wait and see. And the ref does indeed go to the pocket. So, 55th minute, and the yellow card gets handed out to Benjamin. You liked the effort. He was just going after the ball, but once the defender got position, he was a little too anxious and got caught. Nifty little touch. Now Kadane able to lead it in. And the diving swipe by the defender sends it back out. Now here's Kassad looking for a little bit of space, but again, closed down. Pipeline looking for a counterattack. Kadane sends it back in, looking for post. A little bit too slow coming out from the backside. They had Kadane open here on the near side. Instead, it's headed up into the air by Rogan. Back down. Rogan seals it off. Now Contreras. Again, a little bit of a heavy touch. Looking for Kadane. Coming in. That's out for the goal kick. Once again, obviously, both of these teams seeking out a win. They want to score that goal. They're not hiding behind anything here. But if this scoreline stayed the same, it would benefit Seattle much more because they already have the 3 points in the bag from game one. And if you're Pipeline, you'd much prefer the draw to the loss. But right now, they have to focus on trying to get 3 points as much as they can because you need a win to try to get back into this one to advance. It's 3 days of group play, and then the winners of both groups, the winner of Group A and Group B, go on to the semifinals. And the top 2 teams from each group, or I should say the next best team out of each group, advances as well. So the winner of Group A will play the second team in Group B and vice versa. Kadane. Now King. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal if he had gotten a hold of that one. Still alive for Seattle, dancing around, and then they couldn't get the power behind the shot. Schwartz breathing a sigh of relief. They were dancing around. I believe that was Kassad with the ball going left and right. And he couldn't just get that final product. The ball just wouldn't set up for him, and he had to take just kind of a little swing at it to try to get it on target. And it was right at the goalkeeper in the end. Mejia being told to switch, but wasn't really there. Here's Kassad. Rolling one up the left. Cutting it in towards the box, and Battaglia saw it all the way. Pipeline bailed out by the official just a little bit. Looked like they were probably going to escape anyway, but Seattle feels a little hard done by the call. So they finally have it back where the official wants it, and Pipeline will put it into play. High up into the air towards the edge of the 18, but dealt with by the defenders. A miscue there. Pipeline looking for something. They had Carnero. Here's Contreras. Slipping one through. Is it going to get in behind the defense? No, says Battaglia. Pipeline trying to clear it out. They get it over the half line, but that's the wrong color jersey. Now Kadane leaves it. Now Contreras. That's Mejia. Kadane looking for at least a corner. Doesn't get it. Now Mejia into the box. The shot scrapes the face of goal, but it will not go in. An excellent opportunity for Seattle United. Again, they've pushed it into the box, but they just can't find that shot that's going to beat Elton Schwartz. He's come up with 3 or 4 quality saves in this contest, 2 or 3 of them coming in the first half. But right now, Seattle just trying to solve that puzzle. They've got a lot of pieces in place. They've got that rough edge work going. Right now, they want that final centerpiece that seems to be lost somewhere. Perhaps it's still in the box. King sends it back to Mejia. Galati. Intended that one for Reagan. It was intercepted. Looking to the left. Cutting it to the byline. Dropped back. Contreras. Looking for Kassad. Into touch again. We may have a substitute if we get the opportunity. And we will. It's going to be Brandon Young coming into the game, as he got a little bit of an extended rest. He comes in for Ezra Beimborn. Stuck in the wickets of Contreras. He's able to get it out. Flicked by Contreras. As Kadane had kind of run out of space. Now something could be on here. Walker trying it up the left. Into the area. Puts one in front. The shot comes into the far post. Oh, a big save. Reaching out with the left paw was Kassim. And he was able to parry that one away. It looked labeled for the side netting. But Seattle's goalkeeper says no. Offside was the call there, as Kassad had not reestablished himself. Slipping one through. The return feed into the area. Oh, good defending there. Walker able to put his body between the attacker and the ball. Trying to get that one into the penalty box. Not to be had yet. Pipeline still on the attack. Slipping it. Burnett going far post. And that one was not there, just a bit too tall. Another substitute going to come in now for Seattle United. William Birkbeck will come back into the game as he also got an extended rest. Abel Kadane will come out. So the thumbs up for the fourth official, and we're back into play. 0-0 is your score here, second half. That one will be kept in just barely on the sideline. They were trying to get it up to Birkbeck, and Birkbeck will be called for the offense. '68th minute. Good ball in for Contreras. Cheeky back heel finds Birkbeck. Slips one into the box. There's a muscle fest there. And then the foot came out. Caught Dengler. He goes to ground and gets the free kick. Both players leaping for it. Coming away with it is Seattle. Cassad tried to leave one for Contreras. They weren't quite on the same page. A duel for it over on the far sideline. Again, Cassad tried to let it go over the top. Had no choice but to try to head that one in the end. It wasn't quite on for him. Another sub now for Seattle as they try to keep the legs fresh here in the second half. Sam Agosti will come back into the game. Agosti is in, Cassad is out. He did some good work on the offensive end, but it's up to the players on the pitch now. A little bit of space here available on the right. They don't utilize it, and that'll give Pipeline a chance to spring the attack. Carnero laid it back. Again, the pass just a little too far behind. Rodriguez around the initial defender. Now for Thomas Walker. Walker lays one through, intending that one for Burnett, but it didn't quite get there. Walker came through on the second attempt and gives up a throw coming out.
Hey, Brandon Jackson, when we press, one of you has to step up a little bit because we're just bypassing that first line.
Trying to work it up the near sideline. Got a chance to show my footwork there, keeping that up towards the sideline. Hopefully that didn't get on camera. It was a bit of a weak touch. Walker brings it up the near sideline, though. Looking for a little bit of space, cuts it back out in front. Sent in. Looking for that deflection. Not to be really had. Try the near side again. Nifty touch there by Agosti. Looking for a little bit of space around Burnett. And heavy on the touch. That allowed Dengler to get a piece of it. Again, Seattle has done a good job all game long of taking advantage of these long throw-ins. Going to try to utilize that right here. It's going to come from the right-hand side. Numbers back, though, for Pipeline. Only one player not in the box. Again, Dangler able to get ahead onto this one. Trying to keep it alive is Young. Too strong far side for Redeboot. Ping-ponging back and forth in the midfield. Nobody keeping good possession of it. Seems to heat of the day and the sun kind of beating down, starting to catch up with these players just a little bit. They've still gotten that pace when they pull it out of their back pocket, and they're doing so right here. Oh, Contreras. He had it in along the end line, but a great sliding challenge denied him. Pipeline winning that initially. Coming through over here. Trying to go up the sideline is Carnero. Finding a bit of space, taking on the defender towards the edge of the 18, and then he was sealed off. Over the near side touchline, and we'll put it back in off the throw. Pipeline elected not to go with the long throw, try to set things up from the back. Dingler. Now Rodriguez. For Walker. Closed down from behind by Verdegevoot. Walker trying to chase it. It's going to be close here on the near sideline. Looking for a little bit of space. Played off the defender. Arm came up. The fourth official said there was nothing in it. Now they're looking for a little bit of space. Benjamin. Close down quickly. Lost the ball. Gets it back. Tripped up. That'll give Pipeline an opportunity here from about 35 yards or so.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Dingler up to take it. So, the wall set up. It's going to be a two-man wall. They're going to go for the shot and tipped over their bar. Kassim reaching up with the right arm and knocking that one over. It was hard to tell from our vantage point how close it might have been, but the goalkeeper, usually the best judge of the position of the ball, electing to knock it over and conceding the corner kick. It'll be a right-footed corner kick coming from the other side, so it swings out towards the top of the area. Dangler! Like to have that one back. Pipeline still keeping it alive, and finally Seattle just boots it away. A little bit of a knock from behind to Contreras. And the coaching staff for Seattle not too happy that nothing was given. Now lobbing it high into the box. Benjamin can't come down with it. Walker trying to keep it alive as is Burnett. And Seattle once again just clearing it over towards the sideline. Burnett with the touch as the number 8s do battle. Now here comes Contreras. Can he get around the man? Good positional play there by Bridenstine. The high kick. Young, not very appreciative of the call.
Here's a chance over KC. Second ball. Looking to get some sort of an opportunity.
79th minute. 0-0 is your score. And that one a bit wasted as Dangler put it well too close to the goalkeeper. Quality punt there. Contreras tried to muscle his way in on Bridenstine. Now Contreras. Oh, a little sweep kick. That was all that stood between Contreras and loads of space. Burnett able to get a piece of it. Contreras kept it in, probably wiser to let it go out as he gives it up. Carnero. Switching the point of attack, and that's too direct. Dangler sends it away. Flicked on. Here's Walker, looking for space. Finds Carnero. He's got lots of green in front of him. Defender closed him down. A little bit of a tug on the back, and that's going to be called. Substitute for Seattle coming into the game was Miguel Garibay. Coming out was Matt Redevud. Now they go back post. Dangler's there! Just wide. Just wide. Each of these teams starting to feel like perhaps each chance could be their last in this contest.
There's the full-time whistle, folks. Just like to thank you for joining the broadcast here at Copa Sports Thursday 16 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship from Frisco, Texas. We'll be back here for another game at 9:30.
Another free kick given in the midfield.
We're here all day, folks. Thanks very much.
The foul starting to mount against Seattle United and Coach Farrell. Not too pleased about it, feeling that the whistles are only going one direction. Bridenstine sends one in towards goal. And again, that's too close to the goalkeeper, and we get a foul right in front of him. It's going to be coming out. Question is, it anybody going in the book? I believe that was on Benjamin, so he needs to be careful. He's already got a yellow card. If that was indeed him.
Get your head up and play. Let's go.
You wouldn't want to put your team down a man in this situation with everything on the line. You have to come out of this with at least a point if you're Pipeline. If you're Seattle, obviously the win is most important. Coming up with a draw would be next best, but they can at least absorb a loss as that one is sent across, but nobody able to get on to the end of it. Winning it is Agosti. Looking far side. Trying to get it on to Galati. Made it back. Agosti slices around one defender. Takes the shot. And that one was always high. Again, ping-ponging back and forth. Walker comes away with it. Now Burnett. Too strong. Tried to give it up to Carnero. Wasn't quite there. Contreras runs into the defender. That one will roll out for the corner kick. And another good opportunity here. You can't start without taking advantage of one of these. We're in the 85th minute. No score in this under-17 matchup between Seattle United and Pipeline. Trying to go up over the midfield. Again, some of these long balls somewhat aimless in purpose. Here's a steal. Seattle beginning to ask a few questions with this attack. Finding a little bit of space, cutting it back into the box, and then swarmed by three defenders. Agosti had managed to find some fantastic footwork to get into space. But each touch allowed the defender to close in. But we'll have another corner kick. It's a long throw in, going for that near post. Walker looking to clear. Gets away. Carroll is actually on the ball. Walker was set up in the midfield. They'll try to switch the point of attack. This is going to be difficult to keep in. Battaglia, he's got the wheels to do it. Looking for a little bit of open area. They find it in the midfield. Now looking for Carroll. He's got a good touch to settle that down. Sends it into the box, but right into the defender. Rodriguez gets himself a corner kick. Getting out of the end of that one was Benjamin, but the direction of the kick was always going to make it difficult for him to get onto the end of it, at least with any kind of power towards goal, as he was always backing up in an attempt to get onto that ball.
Come on, Jackson. Come on, Brano.
Pipeline not giving up hope yet. Here's Benjamin. Cutting it back towards the middle. On the left foot. Took the sting off of that one, and that allows Kassim to get in behind. Kassim will play it from the ground. Gets good leg behind that one. Gatterbay just a bit underneath that head ball. And they go the other direction. Benjamin. Rodriguez. And Carroll and Burnett. Carroll again. A little bit of tennis going on here, just playing it back and forth over the midfield line. Strong play back to the goalkeeper, Schwartz with options. Jensen. Bridenstine. All the way up. Over the head of Dangler. Here's Benjamin. Could be dangerous to shot. The score! Seemingly out of nowhere. Pipeline strikes. And it's 1-0 off the goal from Alexander Benjamin. The 45th minute. Almost at the death. The goal comes. So with a yellow card in his back pocket, Benjamin managed to do enough to stay in this one. Get into a great area and put a chance on goal, and that's all he needed. The high punt puts it back into play. Haven't had any notification of stoppage time. You wouldn't figure there'd be too much added on, perhaps an extra minute due to that goal. Now Seattle forced to score just to find an equalizer. Otherwise, Pipeline will join them at the top of the table with the other results still to come. Player goes down. Looks like the yellow card's coming out. Hard to tell who it's going against. The officials pulled aside. Mario Carnero. So this is going to be a dangerous opportunity coming up for Seattle United as Carnero gets the yellow card in stoppage time. You have to figure coming in this close, they're going to try the shot. If nothing else, a backdoor play. But that would be kind of dangerous as you're hoping that you get the service perfect enough. The shot will likely be taken. The free kick is low, and making the save is Schwartz. It was a seeing eye shot, but Schwartz had it covered well, and he was able to parry it away. Gives up the corner, but at least keeps it out of the back of the net. King is going to take the corner kick from the near side. Out towards the penalty spot, and almost getting a head ball onto that was Kassim. Back into the mixer as the goalkeeper is in retreat. And there it is. There is the final whistle. So Seattle United was in control of this one for various stages out of the game, but Pipeline at the death manages to put a goal into the back of the net, so they get themselves 3 all-important points and put themselves, at least for now, into a tie atop the table in Group A. So that'll wrap up our coverage. We thank you for joining us here from Frisco, Texas. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2016 USU Soccer National Championships. We have games coming out throughout the day. We hope you'll join us. But until the next time, I'm Todd Panula for our great crew here at Turbo Sports. Have a great day.